Alright, hello everybody, my name is Neverwho, and today we're gonna talk about how to set up your microphone with your Revelator io24. More specifically, we're gonna be talking about Fat Channel. So, you can hear that I'm using Shure SM7B right now, and we have a second mic that we're gonna be setting up today. This is Octava MK012. Now, our Octava has no post-processing applied, no DSP applied, nothing. And now you are listening directly to Octava MK012. So this doesn't sound that good, does it? And we're gonna fix that. Alright, so first thing we wanna do is we wanna go to PreSonus website, to my.presonus.com, and register, create an account, and register your Revelator IO. When you've done that, you will be able, well, actually to do that, you can just press plus, register a product, hardware, select date of purchase, and enter your serial number. That should be all good. After that, you want to go once again to products and download Studio One Artist. This is a DAW that we're going to be using. DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation, and that's where we're going to edit our recording and apply that directly to our Revelator IO hardware. So when you've installed that, what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and launch that. So let it scan everything, and you will see that you have your Revelator IO selected here. So if it works, if you see that, that's all good. If you don't, then you should. All right, so if you have everything seen here, that's all good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna press New Song. And here you want to just double-click Empty Song. This way we will be able to record and edit stuff. So why are we doing that? Well, if you go to Effects here, and if you find Fat Channel, this is exactly the same Fat Channel that you have on your Revelator io24. Or, in fact, on your Revelator mic. So what you want to do is you want to press that plus button on bottom left, top left of the screen, and here you will be able to select the track that you're going to be recording. So we're going to leave everything here then the way it is. Just be sure that here you have format mono, preset no preset, and your input, if you are connected to the first XLR on your Revelator, the left one, you want to select input left. And if you are connected to the second one, you want to select input right. So my SM7B is connected to input left, and my Octava is connected to input right. That's why I'm selecting input right. Then you want to press OK. So this way, we're going to be recording only sound of that microphone. Next thing you want to do is you want to go to your Revelator control panel here and turn off the Fat Channel here. Like now you have Fat Channel enabled, just press that little button and it will disable the Fat Channel. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna record a quick little sample. And in order to record, you just need to press that little record button and disable the monitoring so it doesn't distract you, because you can already hear yourself. Alright, so we're gonna be recording a little sample with our Octava, so let's do that. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012. And we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. So you don't really need a long sample. You just want it to be, not like 2 words, but a sentence or 2. So then we're going to cut the back of it, the end of it, and the start of it by just mousing over the end. And when you see this little sign, you can just drag and it will cut, and same goes here. Then we're gonna move it to the very beginning. Then you're gonna move your mouse at the very top of that bar until you see this little pencil. And here you can press your left mouse button and drag, and this will select the part that we are going to loop. This way we will have some audio playing all the time. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. So here is our sample. That's what we're going to be working with. So thing you want to do is go to your on top right effects, mixing, and find your fat channel. Then you just want to drag and drop that on your track. And here we go. Now we have exactly the same settings as we have on our Revelator io24. So now we can actually add it without having to do it like live while listening to yourself, or recording, editing, recording, editing, recording, editing. You can just record the sample, then edit that, and then you can apply those settings that you've done here to your hardware, which is freaking amazing. So let's do just that. So we're gonna start with our high pass filter. So we're gonna enable that, and here is our high pass filter. So what it does, it basically just cuts off the low end of your signal, like the bass, the very, very bassy bass that is not like present in human voices. So what you want to do is you want to start playing. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to go where you can hear the change and just dial it back quite a bit. So let's do that again. Set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello here I can hear the change. This is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012. So I would say something like 70 Hz should be pretty good for me. Somewhere around 60 to 80 should be pretty good for you. This is like general, like, I don't know, general settings. It's not specific to you, because your combination of your voice and microphone gonna be different, and your settings gonna be different. I'm just gonna explain how this works, all right? So we've set our high-pass filter to around 70 Hz. Next thing we wanna do is we want to set up our gate. So what I really like about Fat Channel is that it has expander. So expander is like a reverse compressor. So it's gonna make your signal quieter whenever sound is not loud, when there is nothing happening, when there is no voice present. So how loud your voice needs to be or signal needs to be in order to get through the gate or to get through expander is defined by a threshold. So in general, somewhere around minus 45, minus 50 decibels should be pretty good. And we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we want to set it a little bit higher up with our Revelator io24. And we want to set release a little bit quicker. So basically attack defines how fast your expander or gate gonna start working, and release defines how fast it's gonna stop working, which means that attack defines how fast it opens whenever you start talking, and release defines how fast it closes whenever you stop talking. So range here, when you don't have expander, just defines how quiet sound gonna get whenever whenever gate is working and not letting sound through. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, just a tiny little bit more. And we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody. Okay, so my preferred way of doing that is just setting it to expander, setting attack to around 5 milliseconds, and release to around like 460, 500, something among those lines. Buddy, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up. So basically this little line here shows how much of the expander or gate is applied. When it goes all the way down, it means that there is no signal coming through. And basically you can see that this is basically goes to minus infinity. And something among those lines should work pretty well for you. If you are lucky enough, you can set up key filter, which basically means that your gate gonna listen to specific frequency in your voice, and it will only open whenever you have that frequency present. I wasn't with my voice and mic, I was not able to set it up properly. It was either cutting off my s sounds or just cutting off the bass. And yeah, basically what you can do is you can set it, for example, to around 500 Hertz, turn on key listen, and you will be hearing what your gate is listening to. With our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. You hear how that sounds choppy? Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. So my preferred way is just turning that off. Alright, so this is gate. Once again, expander, attack it around from 5 to 10 milliseconds, release from like 300 to 700 milliseconds. Just make sure it doesn't cut you off. And threshold, just somewhere where it starts, where you can just basically hear your voice properly. If you set it too high to around MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octave. You hear how it's working? Like, it's starting quietly, then it becomes a little bit louder. This is improper setting. So I would say somewhere around minus 45 decibels should be pretty good. Alright, now let's talk about compressor. So what compressor does is it makes loud sounds quieter. That's pretty simple. How loud sound needs to be in order to get compressed, in order to get quieter, is defined by a threshold. So what you want to do is, well, actually, first things first, let's talk about attack, release, and ratio. So attack defines how fast your compressor gonna start compressing when sound starts reaching this threshold. So let's set that to like minus 26 decibels for now. I'll show you how to set this up properly in a second. So in general, for speech, you want to set your attack to around like from 5 to 10 milliseconds. I find 5 milliseconds work for most people. Ratio defines how quiet sound gonna get whenever it reaches this threshold. So the higher the ratio, the quieter the sound. In general, for voice, somewhere from 3 to 1 ratio to 5 to 1 ratio should work pretty well. So we're gonna set that to 4.0 to 1. You can just type that in. Alright. And release defines how fast compressor gonna stop compressing. So my preferred setting is around 100 milliseconds, from like 70 to 110. So let's set that to 90. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set our threshold back to 0, and we're gonna start playing the sample K012, and we're gonna decrease the threshold until we start seeing a little bit of movement here. Set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octave K012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. So something like that, you see, it's getting a little bit of movement here, which means that compressor is working. And you don't really want to compress more than like minus 6, minus 12 decibels. So, hello everybody, this is Octave MK012, and we are going... Yeah, this should be pretty good. So basically make sure that you are compressing something. So with your threshold, first set your attack, release, and ratio, then adjust the threshold. And another thing you want to do is you want to select soft here, which makes this knee a little softer, which means that compressor gonna work a little bit softer. Basically, it's not gonna be that quick and that hard whenever it engages. Going to set this up with our Revelator io20. You see, we are compressing in pretty decent levels from like minus 2 to minus 7 decibels, which is pretty good. All right, next thing we want to do is we want to set our gain here. This is a makeup gain. Basically just boost the signal after it was compressed. So let's increase that. Well, actually, you know what? If you go to analytics here, analysis, and drag that level meter on your track, you will be able to monitor in LUFS. So as a general rule, you want to be at around minus 20, minus 20. Are going to set this up. LUFS, full scale, loudness units full scale. Basically, YouTube broadcast standard is minus 14 LUFS. Twitch is around like 16 or minus 20. Basically, it's up to you. This is just how loud your microphone is gonna be. I most of the time sit around minus 18, minus 17, and that's what I try to achieve with most of my mic settings. Up with our Revelator io24. Hello. So we want to reset that. And we're gonna go back to our fat channel and increase our gain. Everybody, this is Octave MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Here. Hello everybody, this is Octave MK012, and we are going to... we are reaching a little bit higher than minus 6 decibels. Let's go check. make sure that your level meter is after your fat channel, because that's when we want to meter the loudness of your microphone. So let's press reset. This up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012. Yeah, I like that. And we are good. So basically you want to adjust your gain until you start reaching like -18 LUFS here, and that should be pretty good. So this is your compressor set. Next thing that I prefer to do is I prefer to swap your equalizer and compressor, because I prefer equalizer to be done before the compressor. This way I can equalize a little bit more precisely. Alright, so what equalizer does is it allows us to boost or cut specific frequencies that we like or don't like in our voice, and that's what we're gonna do. So, as a general rule, you want to start with cuts, which means that you're first gonna find a frequency that you don't like, and you're gonna reduce that in volume. Going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Let's turn that on. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to... So what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna grab that low mid frequencies, LMF, and you're just gonna drag around and listen to the frequencies that you don't like. To set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our... I kind of don't like it right here, so we're gonna cut that. So your Q, your mouse wheel, defines how wide of a cut that's gonna be. Means that the frequency it starts and frequency it ends. So we can just make it really small or like really, really wide. You see, now I'm boosting or cutting a lot of frequencies. So we want to set it to around like, yeah, something around that, around 1.6. Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, and you can already hear how much better that sounds. Let's listen to that. This is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and this is with a Q. We are going to set this up with our Revelator. Way less muddiness, way less dirt, way more clear. So yeah. Next one, we're going to use high mid frequencies, and we're going to do the same. Here we want to set our Q to around 2, and we're going to listen somewhere in the range of like 800 to 1200. io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is... So once again, I don't like this frequency around 960 Hz, Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. And you can already hear the difference. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of bass, because you know what? Bass is good. Hello everybody, this is Octava. And now we're also gonna talk about low shelf and high shelf. So low shelf allows you to do, let's increase that, you see, this little slope, which means that it's gonna boost everything before that, and you can change how that works. And yeah, so let's do that. I have MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody. We're gonna listen to frequencies that we like or we don't like, and we're gonna find that. And yep, let's do this. This is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, you can do both, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Somewhere around here it sounds pretty good. And let's try with low shelf 24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. I would say that sounds already pretty good. This might be a little too bassy, we'll see. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some high frequencies. Once again, we're gonna select high shelf, so we can do this kind of stuff instead of like just boosting some specific frequencies. So we're going to do that, and we're going to increase our Q a little bit so we can make it a little steeper climb. And we're going to listen somewhere around from like 2K to 5K. Or hello everybody, this is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody, this is Octava MK012. I would say that somewhere around here it sounds pretty damn good. So yeah, this is our EQ done. And now we're going to go to our limiter. Limiter is pretty much the same as compressor, but it's set to like really high ratio, and it just doesn't allow you to clip. So my preferred setting, you can just make it a little bit less than 0, like minus 0.5, to make sure that you're not clipping. But I prefer to set it around like minus 1.5 dB to be absolutely sure that I'm not going to clip. And let's turn that on. 12. And we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody. Okay, now let's listen how it sounded before. This is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up with our Revelator io24. Hello everybody. This is Octava MK012, and we are going to set this up. Alright, now there are several ways of applying those settings to our hardware. Probably the easiest and the best way is just clicking that little button right here, pressing Export Channel Preset. Then you're going to go to your Documents. You're going to find your Revelator, PreSonus I think it's called. Yeah, let's go to PreSonus, Revelator IO, FAT, and we're going to call that, I don't know, let's call that Octava YouTube, and let's press save. Now you want to go to your Revelator io24 settings, and here you want to go to that little button right here and just click anything here in your device presets and just export it to local presets. This way it's going to load all the stuff that you have saved in your documents folder. So now we can find our Octava YouTube. Let's free some space for that. Let's delete that. And what you can do is you just click that little arrow. Now you have that preset here. Okay, now let's save that. Let's unmute our Octava, and this is how our Octava sounds now, with all the presets. Let's turn off our FAT channel, and let's turn it back on. So those settings, if you want to check, so we have everything here applied, and yep. So yeah, this is how you do that. Another way of doing that actually is going to be, let's go back to Studio One, and here let's make it actually a little smaller so we can see both at the same time. Alright, so what you can do now is you can go here, you can, well, actually, let's switch back to our Shure SM7B. You can press Mix here. You will see that little mixer. And you see this little button. If you press that, it will allow you to change everything live. So if you go to our high-pass filter in Revelator IO, but make sure that you can hear that sound has changed. Why? Because it's turned off processing going to USB. And now you can change that the way you want. So you can just, whenever you're doing that, it will be automatically applied here. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to this thing and once again, save your profile. So let's call it once again, Octava YouTube. And let's press Store. When you've done that, you want to go to your settings and turn on processing on both of your channels. Don't forget to do that. Alright, now you want to go here and let's select that again, and that should be pretty good. Is this the correct one? Yeah, I think it is. Alright, cool. So yeah, this is how you do all this stuff. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, I'll try to answer. Also, if you don't want to mess around with it, I have a little Fiverr gig where I can do it for you. So the link is gonna be in the description, so yeah, feel free to click that, and yeah, that's gonna help me and this channel and all that stuff. And also it's gonna help you sound good. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.